Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more. So we do have a few priorities here, namely the containment of the forces in Crimea. That would be one of our priorities. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some reconnaissance. Now, we are lacking reconnaissance over here. Let's see, can I deploy some reconnaissance planes? Yep, there we go, okay. That's very handy. Okay, that is the wrong one. Right, okay. Let's figure out what we're dealing with. Righto. Now, ideally if I had extra force, I would have loved to have been able to retake the town. Couldn't... Ah, well, the defense has gone, actually. Okay. What we need to do here is basically... I'd like to try and form something of a cordon here. What we may do then is perhaps pull back to these positions here. We do about 4 divisions. This one's probably unready. Pull back and then at least if anything goes wrong can fall back to the Dnieper River and hold a position like that. Ideally I need to use these German forces to help contain it. And then once we force them forward... Well, draw them in. I want to be able to counterattack like that and be able to cut these forces off. Depending on how it goes, this could be a disaster for the Soviets. So let's try and bring that about then, shall we? There we go. Okay, 11,000 men, 8,000 men unready, 6,800... Yep, okay. Never mind that. These men are all unready. Let's extract them. Okay. We'll move there. Right, they don't have much movement here. But enough to get us out of here. Okay. Now your movement. Righto. So I will more than likely need reinforcements to this area. That's true. But either way, they don't have that much combat power. That combat power will be exhausted rather quickly. Now the situation over here is somewhat more interesting. Right, still unready. Still need them to refit, so we'll continue to extract them. Okay, these forces must be extracted too. These forces are technically ready. These ones are on their way. Let's take a look at their table of equipment. It's the men that they lack. And tanks. Bloody hell. Is this actually... It was always rather weak to begin with. We'll have it moved quite far back. Okay, I can actually have you assigned to this corps. There we go, an actual reason now. Right, refit is on. There we go. Right. I need to collapse this to regain some control. Okay. At 210 armored fighting vehicles, that should be more than enough. There we go. Okay, now this division will move. Right. We'll shift them back here. Oh, they can hold. That's rather annoying. Right, we'll go to reserve. Okay. This headquarters needs to move. It may or may not hold. Right, they've reinforced over here. That's for true. Right, 98% fuel. Now, we can see some resistance here. But what is interesting to note is the fact that they've somewhat abandoned these positions. They do have some power, some actual combat power here at the bridge. So we do need to take note of that. But these positions over here are rather weak. They've got the 58th Tank Division. Really the only one left. Let's give it a good hide-in. There we go, both routed. Yep. No strength there. Significantly more men than required, really. Okay. Right. The idea here is... things have changed. I'd like to form a pocket of round forces here. If I can pocket any of these forces, then we can come back around down here. I need to break this open, and I need to do it before the mud set in. Okay. Their power's really weak. Ah, that would be it. The lack of supplies. That is fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Better. Ah, okay. Right. Now, how do we choose to exploit this? That's the question. Now, if rails had been here, that would have been ideal. That would have been ideal. But nonetheless. Right. How do we do this? Now, this way we avoid having to go over rivers. Very low amount of fuel. Ah. I mean, that would allow for deep penetration. Giggity. Okay. What I'll do here is I'm going to build up a little bit extra strength. I may establish a bridgehead here, but that would leave me in a precarious position, so I will not. There we go. Actually. Right. Are they dug in? They're not. They should give. Amazingly, they don't. I need them to break just so I can open that wider. Now then, we still have quite a bit of power here. I actually almost forgot about that. Right, what I'll do is I'll strengthen this. There we go. How are they not given? Right. Have you reassigned down here? This Jaeger division will be needed. I am leaving a gap here. I feel confident that with this movement, I should be able to threaten the Soviets. Righto. So if I move this way... Right, force them back. Oh, they could hold like sons of bitches. What? Wow, okay. Well. I realize it is like AT, but goddamn. Well, just as buggered on either side, aren't we? Right, okay. That's somewhat infuriating. Right. We'll have you move here, then we can at least use you for that breakthrough. Right, first Panzer Army. That did not go anywhere near as planned. I suppose that is a heavy amount of 80, but goddamn, that was a large loss. Yeah. That was not good. That was not good. But either way, we do have the potential to break through. I should have had this spot up here. And there we go. Well, either way, we do have the potential to break through and pocket these forces. If not, we are breaking up this offensive. Well, we're breaking up this line. And, frankly, it's what I need to do. Okay. Right, we need to build strength here. Fall back to that position. Actually, keep hold there. We'll see how this develops. Right, you're online now with these forces. Threaten the Soviets here. Righto now. Right, you belong to that headquarters anyway. I'm not going to lie, but this is how I want to be able to play this off. I mean, they'll probably rejoin the forces next turn, as I can't force them back. But that will threaten them, and they will panic now. Right. Let's cover this front. No, actually, I believe I would like to draw them in. So this works for me. I'll give them that little bit of space which I can pull back from. Right. To these men. Okay. That one could do with supplies, really. But then again, it did just move. Okay. Right, so these will be repaired. And there we go. Ah, hello. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll bear that in mind. Fair enough. There we go, routed. Okay. It's a shame, but it'll have to do for now. Right, have you reassigned temporarily? Okay, now hopefully this works out. That would alleviate the issues to begin with. And it will be a start. We'll punish the Soviets. As frankly, we have no choice. Well, I need to replace these forces. Now, if I was able to move around, I'd consider it. We'll just reinforce, but we'll bear that in mind. Okay. Right, partisans here. Okay. Let's see. Now we need to go about checking the advance over here. These are being built up. Now then. I'm thinking about moving into here, because then I can attack these forces here. Alright, they held, but there's barely any left. Okay. Fair enough, we just need to go for a proper attack. But the fact is now we have German forces here. What I want to do is I want to remove that port. So even if they do reach Lake Ladoga, they may still be able to send supplies across, but I believe they need to be... well, they need to arrive at a port. So even if they did reach Ladoga, I don't think it'd matter. So that's good. But either way, I'd rather make sure they didn't reach Ladoga. Form that into division. Okay, now you can form up there. Okay, let's shift these forces. There we go, full division. And then we can work with these divisions into the line here. Now then, I'd love to be able to form a local counterattack to encircle these forces. But I need sufficient strength to hold them at bay. Oh. Interesting. Oh, no, actually. That is interesting. Right, the 15th. Right. I'm going to go with a new tactic. Basically fluid defense. So, obviously the idea here is that the service wants to go through here. But what I want to do is I want to have portions of strength like that. So then we can go around and exploit. Something like that would be rather useful to have, as it allows me to perform local counterattacks, which is something I'm very, very keen on. They're bloody strong on the defensive. Let's hope they whittle themselves away. Any more support? Yep. Get more in there. That will be very nice to have. And we have the heavy artillery, the 155s. Good number of them. Right, this should have a good chance of holding. Okay. Fall back where possible. Okay. Ah, not you. Fine, that'll do for now. Okay. Right, that's a decent amount of rail. Actually. Okay. The situation's not yet developed as I need it to. I need them to move further in, and then I might be able to counterattack. But either way, I'm going to keep them here for the moment. What to do with this rail? Okay. They're still in supplies, that's okay. Right, what numbers are we looking at? We took a lot of hits to our tank strength there. Right. I do want to get out. I really do want to get out, but I don't think I can. This is tenuous. It's going to have to be an extremely limited offensive here. And in fact, I may already regret it. I think I kind of do regret it already. It depends, really. Right, rail resources still a decent amount. Okay. That is a lot. Oh boy. That was a lot of wasted fuel. Alrighty. Now I do need them shifted down here. Yep, that's still fine. Right. Where is La Flotilla? Right, either way, we'll have you under the command of Army Group Center. There we go. You're now under command of Army Group Center. What I'm going to try to do is shift these transports further down the line. But I need them to fuel a advance if we do anything here. If they can do that, that would be amazing. Okay. I think we'll have this Dutch SS regiment, or regiment. I like how Germans say it, they always end up saying like regiment. I just like how to say it. Right. Have you as a reserve. Or not. But either way, just a little bit extra over here. I need to be able to form a little pocket here. If I form a pocket here, eliminate the 2 rifle divisions there and the 2nd Guard Cavalry Corps, then that would be awesome. Okay. Why do I have this security force here? Let's move these forces. Right, change division. Okay, losses this turn. Not too bad, only 38 permanent. Still not good. I do believe it's 10 hexes away. I need to double check. But we'll move further away anyway, just in case. There we go. Right, now we have some very powerful defensive forces here. So depending on the situation here, I may use them to try to bring about a pocket. We'll see. I will keep these forces of... is this 3rd Panzer? Yeah, we'll keep 3rd Panzer around here. I want them to be in a position to launch a rapid counter action. The idea being here, perhaps having 2nd Panzer, along with 3rd Panzer, to be able to drive around the centre. We'll see. It's a very changing and dynamic front at the moment. How things go is very much undetermined. Okay. I will keep on building these rail lines. I do need to be able to support a advance to Yaroslavel at some point, and so if I can have the logistical framework there, then that's good news. I'll not fall back any further here, because if I do, I lose that defensive bonus. Well, I'd lose that defensiveness. Okay. Any reinforcements? Right. Netzmonth will receive a security division, 3 infantry divisions, some heavy Nebelwerfers. Sweet. The security division will be very, very handy. It looks like it'd only be able to split it up maybe once? I don't know, it looks like it'll probably be Hungarian, for all I know. The Hungarian ones tend to be about 3,000. Right. So we gained some Luftwaffe Jaegers in time. The 22nd Panzer Division. Infantry Mountain Panzer. Yep. Hungarian Armour Division. When do we gain Vasilov? There's the Italians. Croatians in there too. Ooh. Heavy Panzer. I'm actually not certain. Wow, the Arab motorized. Okay, we'll see. Yep, next turn more transports and some bombers, so I can have these deployed to the south. Right, not too much else I can do here. So... Yep, ground support. Use it heavily. Let's go ahead. It's true, I am giving ground in a certain number of areas. We can definitely see how the lines form in here. This is where we have a lot of strength, this is where we don't have much. We don't have much here, this is where we have strength. Not much, but the 1st Panzer Army really is making a difference. It's a very fluid front. We are building strength around Tula. I mean, we are concentrating it, I should say. So depending on how things go, I can turn the Tula offensive into a disaster. Right. That's a shame. Though I'll be able to move the Finnish forces in there to hold the tide. Heavy counterattack. Hold. Thank you. Really happy that they did in fact hold. Come on, hold. Good. That's very, very good. Yep, no problem. I'll be able to make this work next turn, perhaps? But that's frightened them. That's a heavy... Oh, that's a tank division in there. Right, well... That really does change things. We may be cut off ourselves here, depending on how the situation goes. Ah, son of a bitch. Right, no problem, we can reseal that. I somewhat take that back. I do need more force down here. Interesting developments. I was really hoping that would hold. We'll see, we might be able to make it hold. A lot of rail traffic. Stay strong. Heavy losses, very heavy losses. Good. Excellent. That was a heavy attack. Again, reinforcements are on their way. That's not good. Okay, I need them to overextend. Okay. I think here it's a good thing that we have the Panzers, because I definitely do need to use them to just launch a counterattack. There's too much force for me to handle here. Local counterattacks need to be launched, otherwise we are going to be in a number of issues. I need to finish off Leningrad. That's the thing. Once Leningrad's finished off, we'll have the rest of the 18th, and we'll have the remainder of the Finnish army. That means that we'll be able to spread things out then. Good. Okay, depending on how the situation develops, this may or may not be the turn. But I'm hoping it is going to be the turn that I can launch a counteroffensive here. I need to destroy these forces. Not great, but at least they're over here now. Oh, that's interesting. The issue, of course, is the fact that I'm holding a large front. Alright, these forces are in trouble. Yep, they're cut off now. I can get them out. Maybe. I can get them out. This is the issue. The Soviets don't have that many more men than I do, but they do have more men than I do. So, in some areas I can attack, in other areas they can attack. It's something we have to live with. But I do have superior armored forces, and I will use them. I just need to get them into the right positions, and we are getting there. It's an arduous process, but ultimately one that will pay off. Any encirclement will be good. But yeah, they do have a shockingly high defensive value. Okay. Right. Okay, it's abundantly clear that reinforcements are desperately needed in this self. We need to make things happen. We desperately need to make things happen now. I may have to consider pulling back from Rostov. And, frankly, I'd rather not. But I do not want to get into a situation like Tula. It may already be too late for a pullback. So it might come to the... It might come to just holding on to Rostov. They would be cut off, but they could hold. Right. Losses are becoming quite dangerous, but... That was not a good turn. Okay. Right, so we only have snow over here now. That's good. Let's take a look at the weather report. Snow next turn, still blizzard. Okay. These forces are isolated, but I can get them out. These guards are very, very dangerous. That's the largest concentration of guards I've seen. Okay, let's deal with this. Gone. Right, there we go. Right, we have the portal. Now that's a very important thing. At least next turn I'll be able to get these troops here. And if I can attack from just every angle, that would be nice. But I do believe that it doesn't really matter if they reach Ladoga now. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, it'd just be a pain in the arse. I feel good about that though, because that really has, it's given us a few. And that's what, only 11,000 men. Tiny losses. But at this point, it does matter. Yeah. So we've gained those reinforcements, which are really goddamn handy. I really need to get them to the south, ASAP. There's not much else I can do. Right. Now this is much better. I could encircle these forces here with a fair amount of certainty. Fair amount. I might be able to just cut this and then be able to deal with these guys and then deal with the others. So at least that's some good news in the dark. That's extremely strong. These panzers do have a good amount of fuel. They need to continue to refit. I do believe they have gained. Sweet. Do we have the new model Panzer IVs? I believe we do. Right. See, the amount of fuel's rather low. We need vehicles. We need the logistics. I can't pull off anything really without the logistics. That's what's preventing me from doing a lot. Right, these forces I will need. Let's do some reconnaissance. At least we can see what's going on now. Okay. Now these cavalry forces, I will use as something of a sacrificial lamb. Interesting. Right. That's very interesting. They may very well have pulled... well, gone far too deep. I believe I can get these forces here, so that could be potentially a rifle and guards division destroyed. This is dangerous. I do need to deal with that. The issue is... the sheer number of unready forces is rather bad. We may need to consider just pulling back from Rostov. We'll see. It depends on what sort of reinforcement and what sort of action I can offer. Still tying troops up over here. That's not good. Not good. But we do have ample reinforcements over here. Ideally, I'd love to be able to deal with these forces. These guards are very dangerous. Okay. Not much in the way of fuel here. But I do have reinforcements I can deploy. Which is in dire need considering that this rail line has been broken. I need to re-establish control there. I mean, this is it. They only have a few more men than I do. But unlike before, I didn't really have to hold on to any particular city because I was on the attack. But now that I'm on the defensive, I do have to hold on to certain areas. And therefore that makes me inflexible. In all reality, Moscow does not matter. But the fact is, it's a logistical heart, and I would like to keep it for the... well, for the base that it offers. It's a fantastic city. There's a lot of supply there. It's a good logistical jumping point. I mean, look, there's a lot of fuel and supply here already. Yep, supply source with those 4 cores. Supply source for the 9th Army. And supply source for another core. So that's interesting. These forces are taken on supply from Moscow. So that's important to note. Right, fuel. Only 65. And this is it. Even though they're on the actual bloody rail lines, they're still not getting that much fuel. And that's due to the lack of vehicles. Which is hard to deal with. It seems I have some troops over here. 3rd Panzer Infantry. Interesting. Signed to the 3rd Panzer Army. But it's cool to see them in Warsaw. So I'd imagine they're a newly raised division, rather than one returning from the west. Okay. Oh, that's good. Let's see, Rostov. I should really pull back. Yeah. I think I'm going to pull back at Rostov. If I break through here, I can perform a counterattack. Hopefully cuts off a few forces down here in the south. I mean, that's what I need to do. I need to even the numbers out. So if I can remove a few brigades, that makes a colossal difference. We are reaching our limit in certain areas. Though, we're still not terribly bad off. Their tank strength's still quite low. Mine's not too bad. Their planes, though our air strength is rising, so that's good to know. We do have a link up over here. I mean, once I do destroy these forces, we'll finally be in a position to leave Leningrad. It's going to take a long siege to get them out. But ultimately, it might not even matter. I could just use a few Finnish forces. I doubt they're going to counterattack. And if they counterattack and leave the city, then they're fucked. But if I can clear these forces here, then that's good. I need some form of counterattack in the north. Ah. That's not good. Okay, we do have another corps command. That's decent. At least that helps me out. We do have Finnish High Command, which I can move down here, to be fair. Okay. Right. So in transit, we have the well, we have the converted T-34s. Basically, they're upgraded with a radio, which is quite nice. They're not in any units at the moment, but we do have 42. That's a lot of Panzer IIIJs. Okay. Decent number of Panzer IVFs. Increasing number of Stugs. Nashorn. Oh, Nashorn. Jag Tiger. Or Jag Tiger. Okay. Right, there's a few in transit. I need this captured stock rolling out. It may be just the fact that we don't have our type of equipment updated yet, but I need to be using that captured equipment. It would really help me out considerably. But yes, until next time, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Do let me know your thoughts on this. Do you agree with the strategy of counterattack, and do you agree with the idea of the flexible defense? Basically form up into positions of strength, and then it's either all or nothing. Either pull back or we counterattack. I think over here, definitely pull back. I can try to hold ground with a few brigades, but it doesn't really work out for me. I'm weak in this area. I need to spread these forces out here or counterattack. And honestly, with the amount of force I do have in this area, I do believe I need to counterattack. We need to somehow figure a way out to do something like this. I need to make this happen. It's either this or this. Something needs to happen, and it needs to happen quickly. Otherwise, we are going to find things very difficult. For the most part, we are still on a good path to winning the war. It can be done. It's just going to be difficult. It's not going to be an easy fix. But once the winter wears off, the mud sets in, and once the mud dries, and the spring comes to us, that will be our time. The summer of 1942 needs to be a good summer. If it's not a good summer, then the war will drag on. If it's a good summer and we inflict catastrophic damage upon the Red Army, then things will become quite nice. This is really where things are made or broken. So yes, goodbye for now. I hope to see you all again very, very soon. If you've enjoyed this, do consider supporting me as a new patron. It really does make a huge difference. And of course, goodbye for now. See you all very, very soon.